Welcome, guys, to Unbiased News, the only show brave enough to stare directly into cinematic garbage fires and report back without vomiting. Today's film? Oh, it's not just a movie. It's a cry for help. We're talking about Beyond the Law, 2019, starring Steven Seagal, DMX, and a bunch of background extras who probably answered a Craigslist ad titled "Wanna Be in a Movie?" Payment, 2 slices of pizza. This movie, if you can even call it that, feels like it was filmed over the weekend, edited in Microsoft Paint, and exported straight to a bargain bin DVD rack somewhere in Nevada. Let's begin with the legendary Steven Seagal. Or rather, what's left of him. Steven once again has clearly not been watching his diet. He looks like he's been stress-eating recliners and leather couches. This man is built like a boss battle in a retirement home. His signature trench coat? It's not wardrobe anymore. It's life support. The man has become the trench coat. It's like watching a tired Ottoman solve crimes. And look, I don't say this lightly, but I'm pretty sure Steven Seagal thinks these movies are real life. He walks into scenes like he owns the room, mumbles some vaguely philosophical nonsense like the street watches back, and then stares off like he just won a staring contest with God. I believe Seagal believes his own lies. Every film, including this one, feels like a personal fantasy. He doesn't seem to be acting. He's documenting his own imaginary legacy. I don't think anyone gave him a script. I think they just turned on the camera and hoped he'd say something coherent. Spoiler, he didn't. The plot? What plot? It's as if someone ripped pages out of a bunch of random crime scripts, glued them together during a caffeine crash, and handed them to a room full of people who didn't bother reading them. Which brings me to the cast. Oh dear. The only people who sign up to be in Seagal's movies now are actors and actresses who are so desperate for 5 minutes of screen time, they wouldn't get hired at McDonald's even if they brought fries to the interview. This cast is made up of folks who probably spent more time taking selfies on set than reading the script. They are not here to act. They are here to pad their IMDb profiles before they switch to selling real estate. And then, DMX, my guy. I wanted to root for him. I really did. But his age so much, I didn't even recognize him. I thought he was playing his own dad. He looks like a man who wandered onto the set by accident and just decided to stay because there were snacks. The fire, the energy, the X can give it to wire age? Gone. Instead, we get X can give you a weary monologue about the streets while seated because standing is too much work now. And the action scenes? If you're hoping for some good old Seagal-style beatdowns, let me crush that hope right now. Seagal doesn't fight anymore. He leans slightly forward, someone falls, and then we cut to black because nobody can bear to watch. These are the most sedated, uninspired action scenes I've ever seen. It's like watching a depressed yoga instructor try to break up a bar fight using interpretive dance. And let's talk about how the film looks. The lighting? Horrendous. Every scene looks like it was filmed inside a broken tanning bed. There are shadows where faces should be, and at one point I couldn't tell if I was watching a crime scene or poorly lit episode of Ghost Hunters. Cinematography? Don't even try. The camera's doing its best, probably duct taped to a Roomba trying to escape the set. The editing? Bold, reckless, possibly illegal. Scenes just start and end for no reason. There are dramatic pauses longer than some people's acting careers. The music randomly kicks in like someone accidentally sat on a keyboard. At one point, a jazz track plays during a shootout. Because why not? It's not like logic has any power here. Steven Seagal clearly made this movie up as he went along. No one could convince me otherwise. I bet the director showed up with a plan and Steven said, "No, brother, we're gonna do it my way." His way apparently involves 80% chair sitting, 10% whisper threats, and 10% speaking in riddles like a bootleg fortune cookie. By the final act, and I use act loosely, because this structure is flatter than a pancake in a steamroller, I had checked my watch, my phone, and my will to live at least 12 times. There's no climax, no twist, no resolution. Just more mumbling, more leather, and a closing shot that felt like a threat to make a sequel. Final verdict, 0.1 stars out of 10. The 0.1 is purely for the camera not breaking down out of shame. Everything else? A masterclass in how not to make a movie. It's lazy, incoherent, weirdly lit, terribly acted, badly written, and it smells like Steven Seagal's ego. If this movie was a food, it would be gas station sushi. If it was a car, it'd be one of those shopping carts with the wobbly wheel. If it was a person, it'd be Steven Seagal in a trench coat, whispering about the streets with barbecue sauce on his lapel. This has been Unbiased News, where we do the suffering so you don't have to. If you made it this far, congratulations. You're stronger than 90% of the movie's cast. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other direct-to-trash bin movie you want me to roast next. Bonus points if it stars Seagal, a washed-up rapper, and was filmed in someone's basement over a long weekend. Until next time, friends, stay safe, stay sane, and whatever you do, stay far away